bathroom all the way here in Malaysia. Nice hazy morning today. Just as a disclaimer, before any of you who is watching this based on the title, this is not a video about a review of the WeiShi razor or a review of the Plissoft brush from RazorRock. This is just a discussion about what people think of those two items. For me, they come from different places. One comes from China. I don't know where RazorRock comes from. I think it's US. I hope it's not also China. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. What is similar about these two things to me is the disruptive pricing, of course. WeiShi, the last I checked on Amazon, is really at 13 USD, shipping included. Heck, I buy fountain fans from overseas and the shipping alone will be 13. Oh, it's really disruptive pricing, very cheap, and something very hard to ignore these days. So, but I've seen mixed reviews about it. So I would appreciate if you guys could maybe chime in for those of you who have used it, and how do you find it, stuff like that. If it's for local everyday usage, I might consider getting one. Nowadays, with money being hard on your family, every cent counts. Money is not hard, it's just that you have to make it go as far as you can go, with the family. There's so many other things that family might need. So Big John gave I would say, very good review about it. Geo Fat Boy seems to be slightly mixed on it. What do the rest of you think? I didn't have time to watch the other videos yet. But generally, I can see people are quite enamored or happy with the razor that they got from WeiShi. I don't know how much my Asian beard is equivalent to Geo Fat Boy's 2 to 3 day growth, but it didn't seem to be able to handle his Caucasian beard that well. At the end of it, he suggested the razor to be for beginners. I was thinking, if that's the case, I might take a miss on it, because I already have a lot of razors that I can use. The thing that really blows me away though is how these Chinese guys or Chinese companies manage to make these things so darn cheap. It's like even in the fountain pen world, something like Twisby is taken it by storm, and no matter how, you can talk about quality, you can talk about workmanship, in the end, the cheap price point is something very hard to ignore, That's why Twisby has been so successful, in my opinion, in the to be so disruptive in the fountain pen world. They come up with a product which is, you know, very utilitarian, you know, but has a bit of aesthetic value to it, yet at the same time, you know, you double back when you see the price. Whoa, you know, you just go like, whoa, then next thing you know, you end up having it. Against the grain. Today I'm using a razor left for me by Mr. Terry Poon of Canada. He personally this is a vintage razor. He personally can't find the words. He personally restored the razor himself. Yeah. Forgive me, early morning. Not totally there. Big John said that he managed to get BBS a couple of times and, you know, and did multiple comparisons. What about the Plissoft brush from Razor Rock? How do you guys find it? That item is not so cheap for me. It's cheap. It's cheap for you guys, but in order to get it over here, I have to actually pay shipping more than the item itself. It's usually where I draw the line about buying items, but again, like all those disruptive pricing models that I talked about, that price, about 9 USD, is really hard to ignore. I actually queried a couple of guys about sharing shipping. They say it don't really work because the more items you pay, the shipping goes up quite fast. So might end up working against you actually. So guys, please give me an answer for those of you who have used the WeiShi brush, or those of you who have been using long term the Plissoft brush from Razor Rock. Please let me know. Tell me what you think, and I might be getting it based on your recommendations. So until we meet again in my bathroom over here in hazy Malaysia, here's me signing off by saying Selamat bercukur and see you again. Bye.